Right, so we're back, and it's time for a long anticipated. I mean, some people might be like it's been a week of anticipation. I would say it's been pretty much 9 months of anticipation. We forgot, right? Drake is an athlete technically. You know, he broke his knee, and that's the reason why he couldn't perform on stage, or not perform on stage, or release music that's already been done. Quote,
as a full-time rapper.
As a full-time, yeah.
He took some rehab. He did some rest, ice compression, elevation. He did it all.
All to help the vocals, by the way. All to help the vocals, of course, because he does the production. Actually, does he do the writing? Anyways, we leave that. Anyways, but we brought along. I don't know if we've cucked ourselves, John, but we'll find out within the next hour or so. We brought on someone I'll say is. I mean, I'll start off right. Let's start off peacefully, so I think everyone can kind of know the parameters which we're operating. Good friend. Mike's good friend. He's from Santor. We are friends, right? Don't forget that, Mike. Yeah. We are friends. Don't forget that. Also a co-host of Slantor, which he also does with photographer Iris. He's been going for about just over a year and a quarter now. They talk music, football, and culture. Whatever that means, but don't worry. I listen to your shit. Don't worry, I'll shade you. I listen to your shit. Oh my God. I've seen him on Cold Socials. Talking about Heady One. I don't know if the bit about him and CJ getting gas over Greece made it to the final cut, but I don't think it did. Yeah, since then. But I knew him way before. I think from the first session. I've seen him. So it's been a long time coming in terms of this episode. But there was only one guy for the job. And we chose him for whatever reason. So how you doing, Mike?
That's a tough intro.
Nah, this is hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. I've been waiting on this. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like
you're not gonna introduce yourself to the people or anything like that.
Oh man, listen. All right, cool. My name's Mike. Top's already gave me the intro, but one half of the podcast time talk. Cool. Head honcho, Papi's Angels, representing Full in Effect. CLB's out, man. Listen, for all my Drake fans out here, I'm doing this for you. I'm doing this for you guys. I don't know if you guys heard. I don't know if you guys heard the episode before the abstract mind state interview, where you guys broke down your Drake projects, and it was interesting. It was interesting to say the least. I don't know about some of these placements, but you know what? Cool. So let's talk about it.
And obviously Ore on the intro, who says, will Topper, ever like a Drake album? Sorry, Ore. I mean, you stay tuned, Ore, if you're listening to it. Shout out to you. Thanks for the intro. But let's not even fuck around. Certified Mother's Boy is finally here. It's been a while. Let's just get straight into it, right? So let's talk about the rollout. I think this is something that it kind of adds context to the record and everything like that, right? So when I talk about the rollout, I mean in terms of the beef with Kanye, because it does inform some of the songs. We have to talk about that, and the album cover. So, Mike, you can choose whichever one of those you want to attack first.
All right, what do we see first? All right, cool. So we saw the album cover first. That dropped out of nowhere. Didn't really agree with it. Just because it's literally just a bunch of emojis all together, and it doesn't really have much meaning. I can't lie. I'm being honest. It didn't really do much for me. It's created by Damien Hirst, bro. What? He literally just took emojis out of his phone and then put them on.
Is Damien Hirst attractive? Yeah. Is that how he gets away with it? Is he?
He's not. I've seen him.
No. I don't understand this. Because you know when that cool guy in school does like one kick up and all the girls like, oh my gosh, he's so sick at football. It's like, bro. And then the ugly kid like does like 50. It's like, oh, like you ain't on the team. It's like, do you know what I mean? It's like that. Like, what the fuck is this? Sorry.
So I think with the cover art, like the way I looked at it was, obviously you have these like 12 emojis, and it's very similar to a lot of like Damien Hirst art before, because a lot of it is like really simplistic, and it's all about like, oh, you know, it's generating a conversation. It's provocative. It blurs the boundaries between what is and isn't art. It's generating a conversation. All of these like proper, what's the phrase? Just like contrived shit, where like it's being provocative for the sake of it, and he's getting away with it. So I think that's why the parallel between like, you're gonna start hurting now, Mike. It's starting now. This is where the parallel between Damien Hirst and Drake fits, because neither of them are particularly innovators right now. Neither of them are giving us art that is kind of pushing the boundaries, but they're generating a conversation, and they're both memeing. And that's why it works for the cover art. Okay.
To that point about not necessarily innovating, just quickly, why is it that Drake has to innovate?
We'll get into that. Don't worry. Hold on that.
I just want to put that out there. One thing
at a time. But
okay, that's fine.
We'll get into that. But with this cover, right, man, because so basically there was another cover that you posted yourself, Max, and then it got removed, and you thought, yeah, that's definitely the cover. Yeah. And I think it was like him, like it's like a girl kind of like, you know, just latching onto him, and he's staring at the screen like, you know how I do kind of thing, very, very Drake. And I think, and it was like an italic certified lover boy. And I thought that was the cover as well, because, you know, when someone takes stuff down from Twitter, it's like, okay, you know, that's usually kind of the smoke signal. When this came, I thought this was just like a promo art for the album, and I thought, oh, he's really leaning into the CLB thing. Had the fucking shitty love heart on his hair, like, do you know what I mean? All right, I thought, okay, no, he's really like, you know what, I might not fuck with it, but he's really leaning into it. Like, okay, cool. And then it was the cover, and I was like, Jesus. Like, do you know what that reminds you of? So there was a Jay Huss interview all the way back in like 2017, 2016. This is when Common Sense dropped, and someone said, okay, why did you call it Common Sense? And he said, actually, the working title for Common Sense was Bangers with a Z. And then his manager told him, in 10 years time, you're going to look back and your debut album is called Bangers. And then he said, you know what? Let me change that. This is the biggest artist in the world. What the fuck is doing emojis? And emojis get updated all the time, by the way. He's going to have 12 emojis on his cover, nothing else. Just plain white 12 emojis. And that's going to be the cover for the rest of your life. The rest of your life. I cannot believe this was the decision that was made. I actually cannot believe that someone with the amount of resources Drake has, right? And it doesn't even seem to really lean into the CLB theme, whatever. It's just, 12 pregnant women. Okay.
Yeah, I get you. Like, you can't really infer anything from it. It's just pregnant woman. That's it.
What the fuck is it?
It reminds you of the Game in his most recent album. Right? It reminds you of that.
Cover art.
Yeah, it 100% feels like that, and he got a lot of flack for that. People like,
but at least he used real women. This is just like emojis.
Women aren't gonna just get an iOS update in like 2 years. So you know what I mean? At least you can look at that and be like, oh, this has some sort of tie into reality.
But it's gonna age. This is gonna age badly.
Horribly. It's not even badly. It's going to be the worst Asian cover, maybe of the decade, maybe of the last 2 decades. It is really bad. It's really, really bad. And I know, again, the Copium is on like I said to you, John, like there needs to be the COVID ward and then the Drake Cope ward. Like, right next to it. Because anyone's saying, oh, but it's generating conversation and you know, Drake's such a mastermind. It's like, okay, so you're telling me the biggest artist in the world is more focused on the moment? That doesn't seem to make sense to me. The guy who's meant to be, you know, at the top and do whatever he wants is more focused on the right now than actually something that's going to last. That makes sense, doesn't it? That makes sense.
It worked, though. It worked.
How did it work?
I'm saying it worked in terms of generating that conversation, it being memeable to the point where companies worldwide, people worldwide, whoever are using this format to depict whatever.
Cool.
Same way his previous album covers have done that. Probably not to this effect, but still.
But like they've always done that.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like he just decided last minute, shit, I actually don't have a solid cover. Because even the one that you posted, it was like, It didn't.
That was a good one though.
It wasn't bad compared to this.
That was compared to this.
Yeah.
That was good. At least, all right, cool. You've got the lady on your chest, all dark, moody.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? I thought, okay, cool.
It's just as all right, cool. We can infer, all right, you're just this lonely guy, but got all the bitches on you. And this is what you want in it. But this just isn't it for me. Like personally speaking, it just wasn't.
My problem with this, I know you say it works, and yes, it generated conversation. And if you look at it in isolation, right, the album cover, cool. When you roll it out before the album, you want people to still be talking about it, right? But that's the thing for me. Like the biggest conversation I've seen, and the album's been out for a week, is the album cover. Like I haven't seen people like, bro, this song was amazing. Oh, Drake went up here. Drake went up here.
We'll get into that. But imagine in 10 years.
I don't believe that.
Imagine in 15 years' time, right? You know, like, you know, me and John, you know, the Vinyl Collective is a retired organization. You know, we've done our bit, you know, we put X on name in stone. John goes into his vinyl room, you know, goes in with his little child. Let's call him Greg, you know, takes Greg's like, hey, come to the vinyl room, brings his little son, tries to show him his legacy. And then it's like, the lights are a bit off. And then he's like, what's that in the corner? It turns the light on. And it's just 12 creepy faces just staring at you on a vinyl. Like, that's going to be the reality, mate. That's going to be someone's reality. Like, what the fuck?
Dad, why is the packaging still on it? Why have you not opened it?
That was a good one.
Son, come here. I've got something to tell you.
Like, imagine getting a vinyl for this, man. Fuck, like, no.
It would look fire.
No, it wouldn't.
Stop it.
Oh,
stop
and
it.
do you know why? Do you know why there's no vinyl? Because this was some last minute shit. Yes, you know, in very Drake fashion.
26 weeks to make a vinyl.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah, 26 weeks to make a vinyl as well. Yeah, it's true. So, fuck me, man. Fuck me. Anyways, yeah. Take us along, John. Take us along.
Yeah, let's just go for some I guess some expectations for the record. You know, we've seen the cover art. What are you anticipating? You're like, Drake's dropping Friday. What are you thinking in terms of? Let's have a couple of criteria, like maybe length, theme, and features. Like, what are you expecting?
I was telling you, like, I thought it would be 16 tracks.
That's ambitious.
Being very, very the cool word to use nowadays, concise or whatever. But this is literally.
I'm gonna stop you right there. What gave you the impression that he might do that?
Because I refer back to his Rap Radar interview where he was speaking about his next album, and he was saying
he lied. He lied.
No, I know, but I'm only going off the rep. He said he's trying to take it back to a format in comparison to Nothing Was the Same, where it was just shorter, more concise, more focused on what records will make it as opposed to what fits. And he didn't necessarily do that, albeit it's shorter than Scorpion
by 4 minutes.
That's crazy. The fact that there's
the fact that he's bringing that up as an argument, it just shows you where
that's crazy to me.
Oh yeah,
that's crazy.
It's shorter than Scorpion. Anyway, just to touch on what you said, you know what? Yeah, one time it was like January 2000, right? Let me take you back. I'm living in the estate. I think John, you might have heard this story. I'm not sure. And then you know what? Yeah, as a child, I think most children, like, I love amusement parks, right? I love that shit, like Legoland, Fort Park, all that stuff. At the time, I really wanted to go to Disneyland. And my mum said, she promised, you know, March 20 something, definitely gonna go to Disneyland. I was like, yeah, I can't wait. It's like, yeah, and then got to March, I was like, when are we going to Disneyland? And it just didn't happen. Like, it just didn't happen because you know what? Because people change their minds, or people just aren't honest like that, especially people I don't know. That happens quite frequently, mate. So I don't know why you thought a Rap Radar interview from like 3 years ago was going to hold any weight in 2021 when there's a global pandemic and people are stretching for cash and will do anything for it. But
we were hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led
astray. Run amok.
And I don't know what to tell you guys, man. Like, what did you guys think? Because I want to get you guys' thoughts on this. What did you guys think leading up to this, especially with the fact that he pushed it back quite a few times?
That's always a bad sign for me. I'll go. I think when it came around to, what was it, January, when he had the kind of career-threatening injury.
Oh my goodness.
That was when I started getting worried.
It was a serious injury.
It doesn't stop you dropping an album when you have to use your mouth, not your legs. But but yeah, I think I got a bit worried when it kept getting pushed back, and then there'd be a couple of months at a time where we wouldn't hear anything, and we'd be like, cool. So like, what's going on? So yeah, I mean, 9 months between between that kind of like announcement and then it actually dropping. I think that's a worry, because what happens in that time, it's not like he hasn't touched the album. He's probably continually doing things, recording, much like Kanye, adding in songs, changing the track listing. Yeah. So I expected a long one. I think, I can't remember how many tracks. I think it was CJ tweeted something and I was like, I think I said something like 19, 20 tracks I'm expecting. So yeah, I was expecting what I got.
For me, I didn't really give a fuck, I'm not gonna lie. But in terms of Drake, I mean, humans, you know, we're all different, but humans are very predictable, right? So when Drake has given 20 track records every single album minus one in 2013, why would I expect him to do anything different now? What? Because there's anticipation, because I wanted to happen real bad. I just didn't think, I thought, yeah, this is very on brand for Drake, about 20 songs, it's gonna be blow as fuck. In terms of what John said, this is just like a rule of thumb for me. If you keep, no one sits on fire. It doesn't happen. It just doesn't. It never happens.
Lil Sims begs to differ.
No, but she announced it and she didn't change it.
She announced the run out.
Everything was there.
Okay.
Like the album wasn't changed. That she had the album, the track list, and the band was already made. So
okay.
But with, and she probably, and I think looking back, I'm not, and again, I'd say she announced it too early. I already said that. But like with Drake, he announced it, kept getting pushed back. There's only one time in history that I can think of that it's actually worked out for the artist, and that's Konnichiwa. That's the only time. Chance the Rapper didn't work out. Jay Electronica didn't work out. Her didn't work out. Drake, we're gonna get into it. But like every time it's happened, the off season, the fall off. What the fuck's the fall off gonna be? It's been pushed back again and again and again. No one ever sits there and thinks, you know what? I have probably what's going to be the best album in the next 5 years. I'm still going to put it out though. That just doesn't happen. That's just not realistic. So when he kept getting pushed back, I was like, yeah, he hasn't got it. And the fact that there's so many parts of this album that seem to have been worked on just through the lyrics and everything like that, like maybe even 2 weeks ago, is just like, yeah, this is like archetypical Drake to the T. So that,
he's usually like that. Like with every project, he works up until the deadline.
And that's maybe he shouldn't.
And
maybe he shouldn't. Like I don't I don't understand why that's just like a given. Like again, I get streamers a thing, and some people may use that, but like more time than not, that's not gonna, like in the moment you might think, yeah, this is an amazing idea, and you go back, you're like, no, I'm actually not feeling that. Actually, like no, like you know what I mean, that happens all the time. So in terms of expectations, I expected exactly what I got. Exactly what I got. Bloated, bare features, all that stuff.
Yeah. I was just going to say, and then I guess, what did we get, Mike's? Some real couple of sentences. What do we get?
Yeah, what's your general thoughts?
For me, let me just preface this. Let me just preface this. For me, it is a good album. However, it is safe. Very safe.
Okay.
But the music that we got, it is good.
Okay, cool.
I will say that.
Okay. Like, you know, we operate on a Fight Club type of thing, you know. You know, when you join Fight Club, you know, you have to fight first. So yeah, let's start with you. You can take us anywhere you want. Is there any song or track that you want to kind of touch on first? And we'll take it from there.
I'll say this. I think this is probably most fun he's been in a while. The best lyrically he has been in a while compared to previous projects, I'd say. But yeah, it's not reinventing the wheel. That's not what you're supposed to expect.
This is my problem. Why can't we expect that? Drake stans always say this shit and it never makes sense. Why can't I expect an art? Why can't I expect a person to grow and change? Why is that just something we're just not allowed to expect?
Because he's been the same person. Exactly. He's been told you he's living that rapper lifestyle. So why do you expect him to do anything different?
But he's 34 as well. Like, why is he still? Why does he talk like a 17-year-old?
People change at different times, innit? Like, it's not a one-way thing. At this age, okay, give me something different. Let me talk about what's going on deep inside my heart. See, that's the thing.
Like they always do this. It's not even that. We're not saying that he should stop living a rapper lifestyle. He's not the only rapper rapping. That's what I'm saying. Like, not many people have dropped the same albums many times as Drake. They all fucking live that lifestyle. Probably maybe even wilder than him because he doesn't even do drugs like that. So some of them are probably really living it a lot more than he is.
Okay.
But the thing about Drake is, you're the biggest rapper in the world. Cool. Well, debatable because obviously Kendrick's up.
That's a gift and a curse.
Okay, cool. He is rich as hell. He's probably been to places and experienced things that are extremely profound. That is not about doubt. You can't just be like, oh, what's happened since you amassed hundreds of millions of dollars and met all these people and had all these experiences? Nothing really. The same thing when I was broke. That's not realistic. That's not what's happening.
I'm not having that. He doesn't do that. Like, he's prefaced this on Lemon Pepper Freestyle, quote, I had it so long, I don't even celebrate it. Negative thoughts don't even enter my inner matrix. Imagine me about if I never made it. Damn.
We're not talking about
that.
Too
many
good
parallels
thing,
left
good
in
thing
our lives.
This ain't the Scary Hours 2 review. It's a fucking Set My Lover review.
No, but I'm saying that lyrics before this have led up to this moment. Meaning,
I get that.
He's not in the same place we think we want him to be.
But then
he's not going to give us the stuff he gave us before.
That's not the issue. The issue isn't him being in the place I want to be. I don't have a preference of Drake should be like Jay-Z and be on his 444 shit. That's not what I'm trying to say. Just be in a different place. That is the thing. Why aren't you in a different place? Like, you are not the only one fucking bitches. You're not the only one who has trust issues with rapper friends. You're not the only one who, has a friend who holds a gun. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, give us something different.
That's the thing, right.
Like, speak on something. And I've said this about Jay, it's not just Drake. But even when J. Cole says, oh, remember that time the guy pulled a gun on me, like, he said that for the past 10 years. Okay, but J. Cole doesn't do that for a whole album. He'll give you something new, like, okay, maybe some sort of experience he's had with his child or something. It doesn't always just have to be like, I'm feeling this inside, or I remember when I was broke. It's just like, what's actually happened that is different to what happened 5 years ago that you can speak on now? That's the question. Like, why is that not expectation? Why is it everyone else we had that expectation? Like, if Kendrick dropped Good Kid, Mad City 7 times, we would be like, damn, why are you just giving us like the director's cut of Good Kid, Mad City again and again and again? That's why I
tweeted. I was like, if you've heard one Drake album, you've heard all of them from 2015 onwards, from after 2015. Because it's the same themes. He's upset. He's feeling a bit lonely. He's lost some friends. And he's feeling a bit betrayed, and he's got new beef with someone. Like, literally, we go into track 1, and like within 30 seconds, you're like, oh, here we go again. Great intro, by the way. Here we go again.
Great intro.
It is a great intro.
Yeah.
But again, like we said, what track do you want to start with? You can choose any track you want to start with.
Let's start with the intro. Okay,
go on.
Because that was a strong showing. Like, off the bat, he's focused. Listen, nobody is below him. He's at the top. And also, slight self-reflection at where he's at. Yeah, it doesn't reinvent the wheel again, but I like it. Like, what are lines that stood out to me? Underneath a picture lives some of my greatest quotes for me. Great line, because let's be honest, you can't really go on an Instagram profile and not find a quote of a Drake song somewhere.
True. That's true.
Can't speak to the quality of them.
Still managed.
I
mean, okay. Still managed to moonwalk straight through a minefield. I thought that was slick. That was decent. I know I tend to talk about how I got a future on me. With that comes the politics the city been forcing on me. Man, I can't even RIP and show my remorse to the homie. know that I carry the guilt of my city's fortune.
I mean, you can keep quoting lines with it. I know what the song sounds like. I'm asking you how you feel about it.
Listen, he's trying.
Okay, cool.
Like my parents' divorce on me. My therapist's voice is making the choices for me. Like, why is that? And again, me making a point that it's safe. He didn't really lean into that, because that's an interesting point. Why is your therapist directing your thought choices? Why is that? What's been going on with that? I don't know.
I'd like
maybe
to hear a
might
little
not
bit
wanna...
more like personal stuff from him there.
Exactly.
Wasn't that the same
exactly,
shit he was memeing on like 2 minutes ago about deep in the heart? But whatever. Having said that though, I actually like you know like it's like fool me once or fool me 6 times. You know, shame on me in it. But like when I heard this intro, I was like, oh, okay. Is it actually time? But you know what? The reason why I didn't get fully sucked in, because I saw the track listing, fucking 21 songs. I was like, there's no hope for this. But the intro, I was like, okay, like I'm happy with this. Like this is there's some progression. Like, and you know what's so annoying about 40? I feel so sorry for him. Like we talk about T- jail. There's that 40's in like Supermax. Like that guy, like he had I think he made one beat for Nas all those years ago, and that was it. That is all he got made. Like he's just forced to make the same piece over and over. Like he's actually a competent producer, so that's the worst part. But yeah, this song is sharp. I can't lie, this song is pretty sharp. Like I heard the song, I was like, okay, there we go. Like, you know, champagne poetry, certified lover boy, and all that stuff. Actually, quick detour before John gets his thoughts. The most annoying thing about this album, just generally, and we'll get into the songs as well, is that you built up this whole theme of certified lover boy. And yeah, see, go take it away, John. I can see you going on. Continue. And give your thoughts on the song as well.
Yeah. I mean, I'll go with the song first. I think, one of the better songs in the album for sure. I think it was a good intro. Kind of, I mean, not quite the same, but it gave you that kind of Tuscan leather feel. Like, oh, you know, we could be onto something here. I think I've seen a few people talk about like, oh, he's really showing like being influenced by like the Rock Marciano and all those kind of people with like the seriously short, like looped. I think it's like a 6-second loop. I counted. It's like a 6-second instrumental loop that goes over and over and over and over. And I know a lot of artists do it, but like I think Rock Marciano is probably one of those that has been doing it for well over a decade. But yeah, it's good. I found it funny though. I mean, he starts out and he goes, I've been hot since the birth of my son. I remain unfazed. And then proceeds for the rest of the album to be extremely phased by everything that he says he's unfazed by. Yeah, like, it's like, fuck me, like you're bringing up the stuff that, you know.
But it's called Certified Lover Boy. It's about toxic masculinity.
Who told you that? Who actually told you that's the point?
The album notes, the liner notes specifically say that. Let me read it out to you. Just really quickly. Just really quickly. Okay. That is what it's based on. So this is why I'm not really sure why people are all up
the
in
line
arms
notes from who?
From Drake himself. I'll read it out to you.
Okay, cool.
A combination of toxic masculinity and acceptance of truth, which is inevitably heartbreaking. That's it.
Okay, that's doesn't mean he wasn't phased. Like, how's the birth of your son got to do with toxic masculinity and fucking relationships? It's got shit to do with that. You know what it is, yeah? It's just, again, like Drake fans themselves, Drake is on mad cope with him being released, basically done out by Pusha, the whole revelation of his son.
But that's why, because he's now like, oh, I'm gonna take that narrative and I'm gonna pretend like I put it out there first, like, oh, you know, my son here, there.
Yeah, mention on like every other
I'm
song.
I'm on phase, whatever. Yeah,
like he's from there trying to lead into it. It's like, and then basically
that's one of the themes for the album, right? Is for me is like insecurity.
Oh, 100%.
Yes,
and there's nothing wrong. Like there's lots of people
Agreed.
Insecure, but like throughout this album, like that's why for the last four or five projects, like I'd say 1 in 3 songs is about these unnamed enemies, right? They're always unnamed, aren't they?
I hate that. I hate rap being like that these days as well. It's really annoying.
I mean, but he makes them pretty clear on this. I can't lie. On certain songs,
yeah, I mean, sure, you get Pusha, Kanye, and Swiss Beats, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, overall, good intro track in terms of what is to come.
Yeah, even the second song, I'll take it to the next one. Papi song, I was like, yeah, like sunning these guys, like, okay, yeah, I feel it. Like, I'm not like, I thought the Nicki Minaj insertion was fan service, really. I don't think even the whole announcement of this person's gonna be on Certified Lover Boy. It's like, okay, I believe Thames was on it from like March. I fully believe that. Anyways, so like him having Nicki Minaj there, I was like, okay, all right. Like I thought the song would have been fine without it. And again, the track 2, I was like, okay, all right. Drake is being competent. Like he's all right. And as he look at his mics, it's all smiling.
It's energetic. Yeah, it's quintessential Drizzy. Like it is. Come on, like that's where he's at his best, talking his shit. Yeah, these bitches are my sons. That's a Nicki line, but still, like that's where he's most comfortable lyrically. I feel, and that's where he shines. For me, on this,
when he's giving us massive bars, like I'm standing at the top. That's how I know you've never seen the top.
Hey, listen,
bars.
That's a bar to me. A bar.
When you rhyme top with top, I mean that's
that is
you're really killing it.
No, what the meaning?
Right there.
I'm joking.
The meaning, like,
what's the meaning,
bro? He's at the top, like, regardless of whatever we think about his music.
Is there a double entendre with the second? Is there a double entendre with the second spot?
It's sharp and straight to the point. This is not Jay-Z giving you like double, triple entendres with the homophone.
No, but if you rhyme one word with the same word, you have to do a double entendre. Otherwise, it's just what are you playing at?
I mean, I guess, but there's more than enough on here for that.
Okay,
there's more than enough on this.
Okay, cool.
I think it's a Montel Jordan sample. I think he's flipped in here.
Yeah.
But yeah, there we go.
What song do you want to talk about, John? Take us to the next one.
Okay. I feel like we're going chronologically into.
No, we don't have to.
I want to.
Okay,
go with the next song. Let's
we're gonna have time to go through all 20 songs.
I know. Let's just talk about a couple of clangers. I think. Girls want goals.
Holy shit, man!
I think song. Great song.
I think this is maybe one of the worst openings to a song I've heard.
Same.
Like, if we're talking about emojis, right? I'm doing the face palm emoji when I'm hearing him do that weak little like whoa, whatever the fuck he does at the
beginning. That's not even far wrong.
Like absolute. If you're talking about the first two, cool. I'll admit it. Right, there's some energy there. It sounds like he wants to be there. But for a lot of the album, this inclusive, right, there is no energy from him. Like Little Baby, if Little Baby wasn't there, he saved that song.
100. I literally have that down. I literally have written down. I didn't share this with John. Goodness. I have this written down verbatim. Can't believe I can say Little Baby saved the song. Ever since we shitted on him, or like earlier on,
his features have been good.
I know, it's crazy.
His features have been good.
If Little Baby wasn't on this
is
the
crazy.
Most boring. This is like Dark Lane demo tapes, Drake. Like.
Let's stop the Dark Lanes demo tape slander right there. First of all, those are full of leaks, songs that shouldn't have made of anything.
Okay, so it could still be shit. Why do you have to release it? Okay, it's full of leaks. I said, what is the Drake? What is the Drake like apology shit? Like songs get leaked all the time. You're okay. Oh my god, this song got leaked. Woe is me. So I'm just gonna release it on streaming services and get millions of dollars for it. Okay, I don't give a fuck. Like I don't care. I don't. Oh my god! This is what I do, John. This is what I do. Like they can't just be like the song is shit. It can't just be like it has to be a reason. Oh, I got a shit song for this reason. It can't just be like it's shit. No other artist gets this. Like
cool. Tell me though. Girls want girls. Talk to me. Why is it good?
That hook is an earworm. Bro. The album has been out 5 days. Let's keep it all the way real. It's been out 5 days. Just wait until we're outside, wherever, and then you hear it outside. It's not, for me, one of the strongest records on there, but it will do its thing, and I think it's a good song. Yes, Lil Baby, I didn't really like his verse on first take.
So what? If you didn't like his verse, what did you like? Come on.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like,
I like Drake's hook on there. The whole mumble flow.
Oh my!
I didn't.
It's not even a mumble flow. I
might go. I don't know. Like that whole singing.
Is he still taking Xanax? Is that what it is? Is he still taking?
I don't know.
Yeah, he might.
But listen, I stan an LGBT
Oh my god! And that line is gonna age
horribly.
That's what I'm saying. Like Drake is such an in the moment guy because once everyone gets bored of that line, everyone's gonna be like, actually, that's pretty fucking stupid. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
that's a very like 15-year-old guy joke.
It's such a being like,
oh my
he's
god,
34.
That's like saying,
he's 34.
That's like saying, that is not even too far off like a your mama joke. No joke.
Yeah.
It is not that far. Like, holy shit. Like, Lil Baby, I can't believe we keep singing these phrases again. But if he wasn't on this song, man, I think I might have just called it quits here. Like, Richie right there and then. I'm not gonna lie to you. But
that is crazy.
No, you know what? Yeah.
I mean, I was gonna say we're kind of talking about features. So
okay.
Do you wanna...
You stood out.
No, let me get a big question, right? Because this is what I'm gonna get these Drake guys, John. I'm fucking tired of it.
You'll never
name one song, or name more than 3 songs. I'll give you that. More than 3. Name one song where the feature is worse than Drake. One.
In the Bible.
Are you taking a piss?
I did not need Giveon on there.
You think Giveon was better?
No, he could have had his own interlude bar. Okay. He really didn't need to be on.
That's not the question. Did he perform better on the song?
No.
Okay. All right.
No. Cool. I'll say that. No.
Okay, that's one.
And is that the only one?
That's 19 other songs.
There's 19 other songs.
Don't lie to me. I can see your face.
He was better on Fair Trade. Travis Scott, I'm coming for you.
Okay.
Listen.
Okay. Too.
The agenda's cooking.
All right. Cool.
That's it.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
2 fucking songs.
Come on. 2 songs.
This is the problem. This is what I'm trying to say here. There's 20 songs. How many songs have features? Almost all of them. Like probably like 18, 17 of them, right?
No.
Most of the songs have features. Don't lie.
But they are 13 feature artists, but I think there are about 9 songs, right?
Okay.
So 13 feature artists, and you're saying 11 out of 13 did better than Drake.
That is ridiculous.
That is disgusting.
That is atrocious. It's not like these features. It's not like these features like, oh my gosh, so and so's feature. Or it's not even that. It's like
there are some good features on here.
I'm saying there's mediocre features and he still can't meet the task. You're telling me 2 of the songs.
Who was really mediocre on here?
Most people here. I will get into that. I'll take it to the next song right now. Let's go to. I know I'm going chronologically. I really don't want to do this, but this is not the best verse Jay-Z can do. This is not even the best Jay-Z verse this year. Jay-Z just said the one line. This is how I know people don't like this Jay-Z verse. The one line he says near the end is the one people hook up on. When has that ever been Jay-Z's MO? Jay-Z, one of the best rappers of all time, people didn't hooked up on one line. Oh, you know what? You know, rise everything with the value of nothing. Ooh, that sounds like a fucking Instagram caption, to be honest.
All that back and forth on the internet. Niggas, we don't tennis that. Y'all gotta do something.
It sounds very pound cake to me.
Yeah.
A bit better, let me not lie. But like, it's okay. Like, it's okay.
My.
Like, this is never gonna be like, okay, if someone could put top 3 Jay-Z verses this year, this is not making that list. It's not.
No.
Okay, cool.
No, it's not.
Okay, cool. So there's obviously some flaws to this verse. It's like Jay-Z can do this on any given Sunday. Any given Sunday. And this is meant to be one of the best rappers we have, right, in Drake. And he can't even match this level. This is the problem with this record. This is the problem with this record.
Are you going to shoot 3 from the field every time?
It's not that. We're talking 20 songs.
To shoot that?
There's 20 songs to shoot on, and he's missing almost all of them. And the thing is, we're not even including unofficial features. That's the worst part as well. Because if we start including that, then it gets real messy.
It doesn't.
Yes, it does.
But the thing is, you're kind of agreeing with us, right? Because you're saying at least 7 tracks, right? Like, he's not good on them.
But features are supposed to help.
But they're not supposed to outshine you.
Quality. Yes, they absolutely are.
Who said that?
Then what's the point?
Since when does Kendrick Lamar go, right? Okay, I need so on this song to, really show me up.
Example: Money Trees. Who had the best verse on it?
One time.
All right, cool. on loyalty with Rihanna, who had the best?
Kendrick verse that shit 100%.
He did. That's crazy to me.
But the thing is, it can be okay once, maybe twice. But if you're like admitting 9 out of 11 are
on the same album, that's
wild.
Nuts.
That is wild.
Oh, but you know what? Yeah, defend your boy. What's the next song we want to talk about? Defend him. Put a song like, you know what? You need to listen to this. This is quintessential. This is
Pipe Down.
Okay.
That is great. That is a great song for me.
Okay.
Pipe Down, reminiscent of even Thank Me Later, Drake.
Okay.
He's got that great combination of singing, rapping, the beat to match. I love that. And yeah, even though he's talking about
I can see it.
He's talking about his girl not holding him down, and what does he have to do? It works. It works for me. It works, and no features. So I don't want to hear that feature gen. What else? 7 a.m. on Bridle Path. Again, when people say Drake can't rap with the best of them, this is one of the times where
let me throw you let me throw you a question, and I want you again. I don't think you're a liar, but I want you to be genuine, right?
Okay.
I'm pretty sure the Drake fan you are. You know every Drake like time place song. You know each single one, right?
Yes.
Name one of those songs that's worse than this. It's the worst one. It's the fuck. This one's age. Niggas eat it up every time.
It's not.
Which one's worse?
Probably 9 a.m. Probably 9 a.m.
9 a.m. in Dallas. Okay.
Probably.
Okay, that's what you want to say. Okay.
Probably. But the rest, for sure, aren't better than this. For sure. I have to be honest.
And I feel like, John, you can come in after, but like, I feel like this is the part of Drake that I really cannot stand, because I don't, you can tell I have no patience for it no more. When growing up, when Drake was coming up, the one thing I used to love about Drake was that he was so particular about what he put out. He was so particular. He's not the type of guy who just throws something out there for the sake of, like, he would drop the album, he disappears, he might have a few singles, and you're like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be in the album. And then he's like, you know what, I've got even better stuff for the album. He used to be that type of guy up until maybe 2013, maybe 2015. But now it just feels like whatever he's feeling that moment, literally, if it's the day before your album, I need to get that out right now. So this whole thing, and I know, don't get me wrong, I know a lot of them, almost all of them are to do with like this and all of that stuff, right? But like, what's really here? Like, I feel like this beef with Kanye, right? Because again, it forms so many tracks in this album. I feel like it's just like, okay, you know when people say, oh my gosh, like, you know when people on Twitter always complain about, oh, friends, if friends aren't doing this, you need to cut them off. Who has ever beefed with Kanye in their life? Kanye. That is the people. That's someone we're gonna go back to back with. Kanye West. Do you really think Kanye West is a type of guy to engage in beef, or he's gonna be the battle rapper? He's gonna be the guy that
when you're posting up pictures of your dress.
100%. I get that
and stuff like that.
I'm talking. Like, fair enough.
Absolutely.
Initially, no one ever looks at Kanye West and be like, yeah, I want to beef that guy. Me and him. Kanye West has been around for like what? 20,
almost
25.
2 decades.
No, more in terms of producing, no one's ever been like, fuck that Kanye in the gun. No one's ever done that. No one except for the one guy that beefs everything under the sun. Even guys not even his genre. And the fact that he's forcing his beef so hard, he's mentioned it on like so many songs. The song is not bad. It's not horrible, but it's like, what the fuck was No Friends in the Industry for if this was going to be there as well? It's like, pick one, like just repeating yourself at this point. That's my problem with it.
100%. Like, also, okay, he's like, what does he say? Far as the Drake era, man, we in the golden ages. I fucking hope not. I hope not. This is the dark ages. This is the dark ages.
Yeah, we are. I'm
sorry. If you mean Drake, like Drake the persona, like Drake the fame of it, sure, yeah, we're like, he's just going to go on, keep making albums like this again and again and again. But in terms of like the best version of Drake, like, what is the best version of Drake to you? What era is the best Drake?
The golden ages. The golden age,
because that's a lie.
He's got to know
that point as well.
we all have different eras we appreciate Drake the most. Like, for me personally, it would be If You're Reading This Is Too Late era type Drake. But
6
that's
years
because
But funny enough, the thing is, continue. No, let him cook.
No, but that's because that was when he was really stepping into his element as, okay, I'm the best here, the biggest here, and I don't care what any of you guys have to say. Like, literally making that ascent there. Views was probably the peak of that. But again, I can't lie, he's done these songs before, albeit better.
Yeah.
But it's not to say that it's not good. It's decent by Drake standards. I will say that.
There we go. You just activated my trap card. You just did it. You did it.
That's fine. I started by saying, for Drake,
I think we had this conversation on the intro as well. And I am tired. I am actually sorry right now. I am tired of people saying, this is good for this person. Okay, Sha'Carri Richardson ran a good race for her. What does that mean? She still fucking came last. What does this actually mean? People say that, oh, you know what? Because you've done this before and this is good by your standards, therefore it's a good album. That's not how life works. Because what's the point of saying this is album of the year? Or what's the point of saying this album is better than this? Because we're going to have to look at the album in its entirety and where it ranks up within its fucking genre. So yes, I get what you're saying. You're right. There are songs, actually Drake's done this before. Again, he is the only artist I can think of who can continuously do this and not get criticized for it. Wherever you're
criticized all the time.
No, that's what I'm saying. Even Migos, no, I'm saying on both ends of the spectrum, even if you're a lyrical miracle like Nas, or even if you're someone like Migos, both ends of the spectrum get criticized. If Nas kept on dropping Life Is Good, people will be like, okay, I'm tired. If Migos, again, they dropped Culture 3 times, everyone's like, okay, we're fucking tired. Like, he's the only one who's like, oh, well, I liked T-shirt, and they make another version of T-shirt, and okay, I like it because I like that. Like, that's not how it works, because again, we're looking at artists, right? And we're trying to be, well, again, yes, we are zoned in on that artist, but we're going to say this album is not as good as the other one, not because the songs aren't good, because we're looking at that artist, looking at that artist's discography, we're like, okay, it's boring. I think what Drake fans try to do, they try to take the culture element out of the albums as if this is the first time we're hearing something like this, and you can't do that because the culture and the way Drake is a large part of the artists we listen to, the music we listen to. So the opinions of music is largely affected by him and what he puts out. So if he puts out the same shit over and over again, okay, if I listen, okay, let me just not make it too long-winded. If I liked Start From The Bottom and Drake did that, right? And everyone's like, okay, I like that sound now because he did something like that, right? And someone else tries to do it 8 years later and keeps on doing it, like, this is boring because we've heard this before. That is what Drake is right now. So many people listen to Drake, so we keep hearing it. People think, yeah, I like this sound because it's new to me now, but I keep hearing it is boring. So therefore, the music's not as good. I've heard this before, and people are allowed to say that. But people always do this to Drake, where it's like, it's competent, so it's good. It's like, no, you can't keep doing that because this is what I'm saying. And then they'll say stuff like, oh my gosh, Drake's inevitable. He's inevitable because you don't keep feeding into this shit. Like, it keeps happening.
If you demanded, like we say, you know, innovator, like we mentioned it before, like if you demanded that your artist did something new or, yeah, just did something new, yeah, like found some new talking points, actually decided to like share what was going on in his life rather than continuing to like bring up the same old talking points again and again and again.
You know what, John, we're wrong. He did do something new. And that is go way too deep in that creepy toxic pack, mate. So I'm going to move on to the next song.
Let's talk it.
I already knows what song it's going to be. And this is where, again, I'm taking on prisoners. TSU, also known as Texas State University.
Me.
Drake is 34, by the way. And so we're talking about Texas State University with him. And he has a whole song dedicated to him, but you know, he has a large affinity. He kind of sounds like Houston, Atlanta, Vegas when he liked strippers back then, when he was an appropriate age, when similar age range. 15, actually not 15, about 13 years later, we're still here, still likes the same age of women. But then, shout out to Leonardo DiCaprio. You know what? If this is allowed, then I back you, man. I back
not
you.
The Leo shout out.
But so there's so many things wrong with this song, right? But let's get into the music part because we are a music podcast. The intro for this, right? It makes no sense because when you hear it, you're like, oh my gosh, am I going to hear like a ratchet banger? Is what's going to happen? And then it just goes into this like really smooth, low, like very understated. Because I think he knows what he's doing. Because if he oversay these lyrics, he'd be cooked. Really understated song.
Where he'd be gone.
He'd be gone. And literally, let's keep it real. I don't care about what theme you're trying to lean into. There's still barriers and there's still parameters of which you can work in. Her daddy is not around. No, really,
Mama is definitely not around.
Mama, why did he say definitely? Why did he say that? Why did he say definitely? That is so weird. So
that's creepy as shit.
And then again, shoehorning this whole child thing because he's definitely not bothered by it. A song about Texas State University women who are strippers. I got like 4 on the wrists and an adorable kid. All right. Like, okay, Mike, talk to me about TSG because you said on Sky Talk it was one of your favorite songs.
Toxic. This is one of my favorite songs. Even though.
Ooh, okay, cool. Go.
This is one of my favorite songs because I truly believe this is one of the few ones on here that lean into that certified lover boy theme, albeit very mad. For example, the line where he says, "We used to do pornos when you would come over, but now you got morals and shit." Bro, imagine if I was speaking to someone and the reason I'm mad at them is because we used to get down like that, and then now she's just not on it anymore. So now I'm feeling away. I get it. It sounds very mad, and it is very mad. But the thing about Drake is he can make things that sound crazy sound good.
Ooh, interesting you say that. Cool. So, given that, do you think that's maybe how artists that legit do mad, and when does mad stop being mad and start being like very inappropriate? When does like that's literally how like artists get away with shit, right? Because they make mad shit sound cool. They make mad shit sound fun.
Yeah.
And like talking of, right? There's an R. Kelly writing credit in this song, right? Given the song, and you add in the themes, you add in the R. Kelly shit, you add in Drake's history. You know, he has an affinity for like young girls. Like it's fucking weird. And like on like a real note, like it's time people like actually wake up and have a look at like what's going on. Because sure, like it might not be as crazy as we're thinking, right? But like this is a creepy song. Like it's a creepy song. I'm helping this girl out. You know, she used to be a stripper. Like, come over here. I'll, like, give you money for bread if you like give me head. Fuck me. Like, is that a bar?
He's not even adding anything to it. He's literally just saying what has been said.
Listen. It's very mad. And that point you raised about the whole R. Kelly issue, like that. Yeah, that's also. It's not the best. It doesn't.
The timing as well. Like, it's mad
especially with the trial going on and whatnot. It's crazy. But I mean, that's a whole another situation. Being that it's sampled in the beginning. The guy's talking over the sample.
And do you think that sample was needed? Do you think that intro was needed? It was needed so much you need to put money in R. Kelly's pockets. He needed that badly. It was so integral to the record.
Hear it.
No, I'm not saying that.
It.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying they knew who they had to pay before the album came out. They knew that. Yeah. That's not, So say it was worth taking that risk. Like, okay, if you won't hear him, but we're going to have to pay him for this. It was worth that. It was worth it. It was that integral to the song.
Man, I don't know. Maybe they could have re-recorded it. I can't lie. They could have re-recorded it.
Ask me this question. It's like, if R. Kelly made the song, like honestly, if R. Kelly made this song, like this would be a piece of evidence at the trial.
Oh my God. Are you serious?
He's not lying. No,
I'm not lying. I'm serious.
Let's keep it history time, guys.
Oh my god!
Debut album by Leah. Age ain't nothing but a number. Oh, that's we're doing this right. We're doing this right. Okay,
we're doing this.
The theme is age ain't nothing but a number. So we're gonna have a song by
the Drake cancel campaign.
Yes,
is this it?
Because the song, the album title is called Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. So let's have a song where we're talking. R. Kelly comes in talking about Texas State University women because age ain't nothing but a number, right? Her mum's not around, her dad's definitely not around. It works, isn't it? It's all part of the theme, boys. It's all about age ain't nothing but a number. Like that's what we're doing, isn't it? That's what we're doing now, isn't it? That's what we're doing.
You guys are dressing it up crazy.
No,
how so?
I get what you mean.
This ain't even the first time. I always say this. Child's Play, Views 2016. We're not adding anything to this. He literally hid the keys to his car because the girl wanted to go CVS to get tampons. That is mad. That is mad. There's no two ways about that. That's not a bar. That's not catchy. That's not like, oh my God. There's nothing to that. There's nothing to that. That's just weird. And he thought he just needs to get it off because the one girl he's talking to really needed to hear that for whatever reason. Like, that's the thing. I'm not saying this.
Toxic.
It's not the word. It's not toxic.
Toxic not the word.
Toxic's not the word.
It's straight up.
That's such a
it's almost destructive. Like I can't.
Almost.
Like,
okay.
like
almost. Almost. That's as much as we're gonna get. Isn't it?
Okay. All right,
but again.
That's it.
It's
John, what's the next song? I'm not doing
it's music.
It's
no, keep going. John, what's the next one?
Right, okay. You've really thrown me off there.
Oh man, I am sweating buckets. Continue.
Let's go for have we done Way Too Sexy?
Oh my goodness. God. Don't get me started.
Talk to me.
Oh, listen, we way too sexy. That's the mantra we're on all 2021. I'm telling you, that song, I'll be honest, when I first heard that song, I hated it. I was like, why is...
But you got used to it, didn't you?
Fred on this song.
But then you went back and you put the headphones on, took that shot of Copium, and you're like, let's reel this one back up again.
Outside,
let's replay.
When you hear this outside, it works, especially with the video coming out, and it's not even one that you can really take seriously. It's not a song to be taken seriously, I don't think. It's literally just a whole dick swing contest.
Cool, but this is on the album that might be as classic, right? I mean, shouldn't take seriously.
This is a good song. You just
said it wasn't good and it shouldn't be taken seriously.
No, it's a good song in that it's not serious in its theme. Like he literally says, what did he say? 1 second.
I mean, I got a couple of lines for you. I'm way too sexy to go unprotected. Who the fuck are you lying to, my guy? Yeah. Who the fuck are you lying to?
I'm feeling too sexy to accept requests. Yeah.
The same. Come on. We don't need to get he's too sexy to go unprotected. Are you like, come on. Self-awareness is key.
Self-awareness. Song 1, refer you to line 1.
Literally. Oh my God. That's crazy.
I'm not serious. No, is he serious?
Are you honestly taking that song seriously?
You know what? Yeah.
Are you honestly taking that song seriously? Especially now that the videos come out. Are you honestly taking that video seriously?
New segment, guys. New segment on the Vinyl Collective. I'm going to call it Drake Bingo. What is Drake Bingo? Come play with us. So Drake Bingo is where we have a list of, have a bingo card, and each, square in a card is an excuse as to why Drake did something that actually isn't that great. So here's what you can get on the bingo if you play Drake Bingo. So A, it fits into the theme. Or another one, he knows what will sell. Or he made it for TikTok. Or he's trying to appeal to all audiences. So he needs every type of song. Let it grow on you. This feature makes pure sense, even though it's a bit weird. He made this song as a joke. Oh, Mike said that. You got one. He's doing what people expect him to do. Or he's not doing what people expect him to do, which is be innovative or just make good music.
He did the song to let the feature artist outshine him.
Yeah,
this should have been. I got in my notes. This should have been on a Future album. The verse that Drake gives is far too short. Future is the standout for me on this song. Fug.
The thing is,
to be honest, sounded disinterested.
You're absolutely right, and
didn't sound interested in it.
This is the problem with the album, though, because I feel like a lot of these songs aren't even Drake's. It feels like it's featuring Drake, like Fountains. What the fuck is that?
That should have been a Thames solo.
It is a Thames solo. Drake, you know what I've heard around the way, right? I don't know where I heard it, but Drake, you know, when he gets into the studio with these artists, he'll be like, let me bless it. I think he actually does that. He does do that. It looks like he does do that because some of these songs, it's like, it feels like Drake came in after the fact. 100%.
The happiest moment for me was getting through the whole of Yebba's Heartbreak without the sudden, like, I was 100% expecting 1 minute in, I was like, can I hear it? Can I hear it? I was expecting to hear that like real cheap like trap beat and Drake like flowing in like,
oh
like,
my goodness.
I'm so glad he didn't ruin that.
And even that song, right? Because that's just because we're gonna have to speed run a few. Yebba's Heartbreak. Okay, yeah. Everyone's
got a beautiful voice.
Yeah, everyone's got the rage and boner for Yebba's Heartbreak or Yebba as a person.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. No problem with her. So you're gonna say, right, and this is what I'm saying, Drake. All this whole thing about concept and Drake knows what he's doing. He has no fucking clue what's going on. So here's the track list, right? Pipe Down. Okay. It's an okay song. Yebba's Heartbreak. What do we need right after Yebba's Heartbreak?
No friends in the industry.
That makes pure fucking sense.
I agree. There is issues regarding just where the songs are placed on the album.
Not just it's issues. A bag of skills. There's absolutely no structure.
I mean, I guess so.
It's another playlist. It's a playlist.
Yebba's Heartbreak for me is like the voice for all the women that are being named or being spoken about. Like literally, what she says is, all the times you wasn't chosen, well, I'll make it up to you. All the feelings you're not showing. When your river's overflowing, it's the truth, I swear to you. And I'm like, I can't help but think that this is just all the women that he's going at throughout them, just giving jabs that she's just being like, oh, what? Why are you treating me this way? Like, what's going on? Like, just talk to me, Papi. Like, what's going on? But it doesn't really fit after.
Where are we, John? Are we in the Twilight Zone? Are we in the Twilight? I don't
listen, that's how I saw it. That's how I saw it.
Holy shit. That's how I saw it. So considering that, right? Yeah. I'm not even, if I get into that, I don't think we'll be friends anymore. So I can't even touch on that. Because if I said that, no, not even. I'm fucking with you in it. But like, I don't even know where you got that one from, innit? But
just hear what she's saying.
I get that.
Why is she saying such things?
So considering that, right? Let's just go with your premise. All right, I feel like I'm floating right now because fuck me. Let's consider that premise, right? So do you think the best reply to that or the best kind of follow-up from that is no friends in the industry, knife talk, and 7 a.m. on Bridle Path?
Again, it doesn't fit there. It doesn't fit there.
It doesn't fit.
It doesn't fit there.
You know what it is? Okay, you know what? Let me not be too annoying. There is a world in which if he had like a focus theme, this would fit. I don't doubt that. But I can't change the album track list. I can't reduce the number of songs on it. I have to take it as it is.
Hey man, it's where it is. Does it fit sonically? Not for me. But do I like the song? Yes. It's like a brief reprise from
the rest of the shit we're getting. It's a nice song.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's a great song. I can't lie. It's a great song.
I just don't know. Like, let me put all my cards on the table, innit? No joke. I'm not saying I have no beef with Drake. I don't know him as a person. I have Drake albums I like. I have no beef with the guy. But no joke. I hand on heart believe this. This album is like 4 songs, maybe even less, away from being like the big day. It's that level to me.
Stop it.
I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking.
I'm gonna latch onto that. For me,
stop it.
We ranked Drake's albums the other day, right? For me, it's arguing to be the worst project he's dropped, and that's not even over. Like from everything we've said, right? We brought this down. 9 out of the 11. So what's that like? Almost 90%, right? I don't know, 80-90% of the features are better than him. Some of the songs we've enjoyed the most, he's not on.
Wait, okay.
Like thematically, it's the same as his previous albums. There are proper like questionable, creepy moments in there. It's too long, and the track list doesn't work.
And it's very in the moment.
That is horrendous. Like, tell me where he's firing on all cylinders, because
the thing, there's ideas that work in it. Like, for example,
there are good songs on here.
No, there's good ideas. This is the thing. So songs like "Get Along Better," if he go in the whole CLB theme, I was like, oh my gosh, this would work. The singing was a bit forced. The high notes was like, okay, a bit forced. But the song could work in a world where he focuses. Like, the thing about Drake, right? One thing I do like about him, he doesn't take himself too seriously. And he did the whole love it. Like, it's a shit haircut, but like he leaned into it. If he just really went all the way into this whole certified lover boy thing, as gimmicky and as like, you know, stupid as it was, it would actually work. But then you want to be a certified lover boy, but your ego can't let go of the fact that you secretly want to be nines. So you gotta have songs like Knife Talk. You know, you gotta have songs like that because, you know, I'm still one of those guys. Do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense. And even that song, it's like, okay, after Project Pat, okay, what?
That's a hard song.
No, I put serious money on 21 Savage just being high as fuck when he made this. It just feel like, okay, cool, put it out.
With the verse he gave?
Still better than Drake. That says a lot, doesn't it?
Oh my goodness. My issue with this track is I feel as though this was one from Savage Mode 2. Like,
so
Mr.
a song that's
Right
not
Now
Drake's.
and Mr. Right Now and Knife Talk were accidentally switched together somehow. Like,
so you're telling me the song doesn't sound like a Drake song?
I feel like we're in therapy right now, right? Because you're agreeing, you're literally agreeing with a lot of our talking points. Like, yeah, this wasn't actually that.
Listen, I said this is a Drake album. If you like Drake, this is one for you. If you don't, you will probably hate this.
Not even that, because there's people within my family, my friends, who love Drake, love the shit out of Drake, and even they're like, because the thing is, I can, for example, okay, cool, everyone knows, it's not a secret, I love Lil Sims, right? But if Lil Sims gives me like 25 songs of blow his shit, I'm not going to like it, no matter how much I like her as an artist. It doesn't really matter. And the thing is, it's already been like, about an hour and 10 minutes. There are so many songs we still haven't touched because there's literally no point. So let's just go through it, and you touch on whatever one you're going to touch. IMY2, holy shit. Fucking fans.
That's a good song.
What else? Race My Mind. Jesus Christ.
What?
In Too Deep. Like, there's so many songs where it's like...
Can I just say, that first part of the song, if carried on, would have been one of Drake's better experimental songs. Like, when do you ever hear him over a guitar riff like that?
Yeah, I heard you say on Slam Talk.
So you like the intro to the song, but not the song?
I do, but then In Too Deep, even though it works, it just reverts back to type with it being like a regular Drake Future song that could have been placed anywhere other than his album.
Okay, You Only Live Twice, right? The Rick Ross feature. They've featured together now 14 times. Did you need this one?
Great chemistry.
14 times.
Great chemistry, but did you need this one? Was it anything new? Was it?
I didn't need Rick Ross on this.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I feel like this particular one didn't really work for me.
Lil Wayne continues to impress, so shout out to his features.
Hey man, Lil Wayne has been on a streak this whole year and a half, 2 years. Like, it's crazy to see.
I've got a couple of questions, just looking like generally, right? Like, where does this rank in terms of like discography? Where is this? I know it's been 5 days. I know, but like,
too early.
I hate when people say it, but continue. I have a point to kind of
that. Too early.
Okay.
I know. Do you see it growing on you more? Okay, I'll rephrase. Do you see it growing on you more?
I can see that.
Yeah.
Even though the other projects have the advantage of time on their side, nostalgia, moments lived with them. I have to keep this as a bottom 2. That I don't enjoy it, but it has to stay there because I just simply prefer. I simply prefer projects other than this.
Okay, cool.
Even Scorpion, even though it's bloated as hell, it has undeniable great tracks for me.
I agree.
Like,
I agree.
And I feel that this album especially is one where he didn't necessarily try for that hit, that undeniable song.
You could have stopped after Try. He just didn't necessarily try.
But he didn't. And that is a complete shift from his other projects. Like Thank Me Later had Over, Take Care had Marvin's Room headlines.
Yeah.
Nothing Was the Same had Started From the Bottom.
Yeah.
Views had One Dance. Scorpion
No, but I think he's trying. I think he's going for different
God's
things.
Man.
So, like, he's definitely. I think he realized, you know what, 2C Slide was too obvious for TikTok. I can't do that again. It's way too obvious. So I'm gonna do a song that's not as contrived. Obviously, put Future on. He's popular. Way too sexy. Adding the most memeable sample probably on this planet. Literally, probably top 10 memeable song on this planet. Of course, it's gonna do numbers. Of course, we were gonna dance to on TikTok. And again, if that's what you want to do, cool. And the thing is, there's nothing wrong with funny songs. Some songs just aren't funny. There's such thing as bad jokes. Do you know what I mean? Like everyone was saying this, like, you know, like, oh, he's trying to be funny. Like it could just be like, for like, there's just times where someone's trying to be funny, it falls flat. I get that.
Yeah.
But like, I don't. With this whole growing thing, right? And saying it's too early. I get what you're saying. But I don't think there's a one size fits all with all albums. Just a little bit deep, just a bit of a detour. Like the amount of time it takes to dissect a 20-track Lupe album, it's not the same time it takes to dissect and understand a 20-track Drake album. Especially because Drake has given this to us so many times. It's a lot easier for me to take it in, process, and conclude on it because it's not like, you know, the lyrical side of it. I'm not saying like ability, just the words in the songs. It's not like, oh my gosh, really got to think about this. I don't really get the message he's going for. It's not any of that. It's not some overarching message that I'm trying to decipher. It's just some songs. That's pretty easy for me to get to. Do you know what I mean? So when I see a song, when I see his album, I'm like, yeah, this has to be one of the worst albums this year. Her's album's better than this. That's facts. That's facts.
And I think for me,
drastic ranking.
For me, right, it's got to come down to like inspiration. I've seen so many people talk about it, but like Drake is massively uninspired, right? Like he's got to be massively uninspired. If it's been like, how many years has it been? 2 and a bit years since Scorpion?
3 years now.
Yeah,
3 years.
Yeah, 2018. Yeah.
So 3 years, that's a big gap for him in terms of music. You have More Life 2017. You had 2016 was Views. 2015 dropped 2 projects, one with Future, one on the mixtape. Like, damn, like, I think I just think we're just going to get more and more of this because it's
the numbers are too high.
But like, yeah,
the numbers are too high.
He doesn't sound inspired. He doesn't sound energetic. Like it took the features to inject energy. Like Lil Baby, I know you didn't like the Travis Scott one, but I felt like at least that switched it up a little bit.
Some of the beat switches here are very questionable. Very questionable.
And because he goes into like, it feels like he's paying like terrible homage to like various genres by like giving these real half-assed attempts at like, cool, a bit of Afro beats with foundations. Cool, I'm going to go a bit soul gospel-y with like Get Along Better. But it's just so generic.
Man, I feel, okay, to his credit,
yeah,
you're trying.
And his detriment, he is literally one of the only few, probably the only big artist we know that has consistently delivered music, whether we choose to like it or not, on a consistent basis.
There we go.
I love it.
Listen,
Go on.
he is the only one. I'm at the music. The music itself is subjective, but the fact that he chooses to continue to give out music,
just out of the love of his heart, right? He's just such a good guy. It's like, you guys need it, so here you go.
But he says it himself. he's the only guy that's gonna be known for the music still.
He said that, and I heard this on the episode. He said that like 8 years ago. He is
okay, and he stayed true to it. He stayed true to it. That's my thing. And okay, should he really give us some of these projects that he has done? Maybe not. He could have kept some in the files, in the hard drives, maybe. But the fact that he has, and
thank Uncle Drake for giving us.
Listen,
you don't get points just for trying. You don't get points for trying. That's what you're saying. You're saying, like, you know, at least he's doing it. I don't care if you do it. I don't listen to bad music. Like, just because it's music, I don't listen to it. You're literally saying, right? You're literally saying points for trying, points for doing the same thing as last time, even if I don't like it. Points for doing it. Why?
That's the joke comes up, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my God.
The thing is, you know what's even worrying about this? The fact that he's taken over 3 years out. And you think, okay, you know what? Time is a good healer, you know, gain some perspective, really working these songs. And even then, he still's on this last minute shit. Like, to me, it actually feels like, man, I don't know. It's not even, again, Drake obviously is a competent artist. Let's not ever, like, no one's ever saying that, right? But like, at this point, it's like, what is it going to take for you to actually just like pull it together emotionally and decision-wise for you to just be like, this is my album, regardless of what type of run-ins I have with people. I'm not going to just add it in because people expect me to talk about it, this, that, and the other. Why can't that just be a decision made? This is 3 years and he's still doing it. And most of these songs have references in 2021. Like, what can actually change now? That's what I'm saying. Like, like people always say, oh yeah, eventually Drake's gonna give us a concise. Why? He's making more money than he's ever had in his life.
Because he has such a divided fan base.
That's
people
why he's gonna
like
keep
Drake for different reasons.
Exactly.
And
that's why he's gonna
to
keep giving those projects.
Cater to that.
Exactly. But there's more than one way to do that. I don't get. That's what I'm saying. People always say that he's got to appeal to all audiences. Okay, that you can make a rap album and make an album for a different audience. You can still do that. Again, what's the point of being the biggest rapper on the planet, one of the biggest artists on the planet, if you can't have a day off? What is actually the point? What's the point then? What? Because you're at the top, you have to release every year. That's never how it works. Kendrick has been gone 4.5 years. Jay-Z's been gone 4 years. Who else? Fucking No Name hasn't dropped in 3 years. I'm not saying he's one of the biggest artists, but like when you have that pedigree, it's like, okay, yeah, I can chill because people are still loving the other shit. That is what lasts. You are the biggest. You're not some up and coming guy. You're not. That's why I'm judging harsh. You are literally breaking streaming records every time you drop. So why does it always have to be some shit? It should be the opposite. Why are your beats so cheap? Some fucking black woman from North London's giving you way better beats with like 20 times less the budget. How is this actually a thing? This shouldn't even be a thing. It shouldn't. And this is the problem. You think with someone who kind of started off pretty strong, he would leverage all the resources he has to really, again, he doesn't have to be, I'm not even asking for like a To Pimp a Butterfly or anything like that. That's not the only type of music I'm into, but just something that's like, okay, you did that. You really did that. You really got locked in. Why can't we have that once? Why?
He did it with views, but people didn't want to take that in. He did it with views.
Oh my gosh.
He did it with views. He did it with views.
Yeah, people like views. And views, that's the thing, it makes you look back.
In the grand scheme of things. It's
yeah, do you know what I mean? You look back at the girl you rejected, like, actually, man, if this is my market, maybe she wasn't so bad. Fuck it, like, do you know what I mean? Like, you look at that, like, because now I look at views, I'm like, at least there's some songs I'm like, actually, I genuinely do like this. Like, but now it's not even Drake at this point. It's the fans will always find a way to rationalize whatever Drake drops. It doesn't even matter at this point. It actually doesn't even matter. And I think that's the problem. He is so fucking successful of his most uninspired work. It's like, I guess he looks like, yeah, what is he? I bet he's even laughing like, yeah, what is even the point? What's even the point of really putting pen to paper and really focusing for like 6 months on one song? What is actually the point now? There isn't any. That's just the way I see it, man.
What a note to finish on. Let a final thought from you.
Yeah, I want to hear you guys' final thoughts on this.
Yeah, go ahead, John. Sorry, I like.
I want to hear this.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, I think it was fairly predictable. I think Like soundscape wise, I wasn't. I'm sorry, right? Soundscape wise, like just not particularly interesting. I think lyrically, again, like subject matter, nothing surprising. I think again, like being massive like prisoner of the moment, given that this is an album that's taken 3 years to make potentially, is quite disappointing. The features outdo him. I think I can't get over songs like TSU, Girls Want Girls, Way Too Sexy. Whatever you say, right? If you're the biggest artist in the world and you consider yourself to be the best rapper, you can't be dropping shit like this. Yeah, I'm just pretty ambivalent to it, to be honest. Yeah, go on. Hit us, Mike.
That's pretty damning. That's pretty damning.
It is.
That's
but
crazy.
The funny thing is, you've echoed a lot of those thoughts throughout.
I know. I have to be objective, regardless of.
You'd be the first Drake fan to do it. But go on.
He came in strong. I'm not gonna lie. You know what? For the guys at home, he has the Nothing Was the Same cover as his background on the.
Listen, I'm a Drake stan. Like,
you come into the Lions Den, you know.
Like, I'm being serious, but I have to say, he didn't do anything new on this that would make people think, all right, cool. Drake's maybe trying to show us something different. It was very safe, albeit I think the songs were good for the most part. Songs that maybe fit that toxic theme. Some looking into it, like TSU, John, you mentioned, it kind of, when you look underneath the surface, it can look very mad. It can
I'm gonna do a thread about this, but go on.
I'll be honest. Yeah, man, if fan of Drake, you will certainly find parts of this album that you enjoy.
Yeah, I think everyone does, for sure. Everyone does. That's not the issue. I'm not saying every song is
if you're a casual person, like, oh man, I don't even do the Kendrick comparison. You can't tell me that a regular music listener would find, let's say, Damn, his most accessible project, bad. Like how I'm seeing people pan this and whatnot. Like, you would at least appreciate what he tried to do in there, trying to go into different emotions, different parts of himself. And Drake hasn't done that. He entertained, sure, but yeah, man, it's not really introspective. Like, it's not. I have to be honest. But I mean, this is 5 days in.
Yeah, no, of course.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I don't even, I'm not even trying to be like a hate or anything like that, but I just don't really get. Again, I think we made the joke of him being stuck in year 11, just stuck in that infinite time loop. I think that's going to continue. And I just don't really, now it's gone so far left, I don't know what to expect now, because it's just going to be like this for the rest of his career. I actually don't know. Like, I think it's quite, and I'll just close on this. For someone who really, really is insecure about his acceptance into like rap's greats, Drake really does his hardest to stay out of that conversation. He really puts in overtime to stay out of that conversation. And I think if he wants to back his legacy, when there are enough people coming up who are actually very competent, he's going to have to change something. It's not too late. He's only in his 30s, but something has to change pretty quickly. That's what I will say.
Cool. You heard it here. But yeah, that was obviously Mike's. And yeah, we're going to go to our Now and Then playlist. But we'll hopefully, have you got 2 songs, Mike's?
I do.
It's all right. There'll be time. We'll go first. But yeah, obviously every week we pick a song from the last kind of year or two that's just been released. And then we also pick a throwback song and we put them on our Now and Then playlist. So do you want to kick us off, Tops?
Yeah. So my now song is Heart Attack by Dave. Oh, see that, guys? I actually do like Dave. So yeah, Heart Attack by Dave.
That's a surprise.
Yeah, there you go. And my then song will be Disrespectful by Trey Songz.
Nice. We like it. We like it. Right. My now song is going to be Standing Ovation, Little Sims. Banger. I know Mike's is looking sideways.
I'm not going to lie. I was going to pick that.
You can pick another song off the album. There are plenty to pick. That's my now song. My then song. I think I'm gonna go with. What am I gonna go?
Well, I feel like you
wrote down like
sinister. Okay.
What? You think I'm gonna pick something sinister?
Yeah, I don't know why.
No, never. I'm gonna go The Weeknd, House of Balloons.
Okay.
We don't have much Weeknd on here, so
fair. That's true. That is true.
No, I like those picks. What am I gonna pick? All right, so my now song. Oh damn. Okay, I'm gonna go with Rolling Stone.
Yeah.
Little Sims. Crazy track. And then I will go with. I will go with One Thing by Amarie.
Oh.
Yeah. Amarie, yeah.
Where can the people find you, Max?
At Mike's very own. Yeah. That's the name. At underscore Slam Talk as well on the Insta and Twitter. And yeah. I'm about, man. I'm about.
Cool, yeah, nice. And you have to catch him out and catch us on pretty much every platform. So Vinyl Collective Pod on Instagram, TVC Pod on Twitter, Vinyl Collective everywhere else. It's been a long one. I do love you, Mike. I do. I actually
hey,
do.
It's all love. I was fighting you guys, but I made it out.
But yeah, thanks for obviously tuning in, and we will be back obviously again next Thursday, every Thursday with another top episode. See you then.
See you then.